Ghost Ranch is a 21,000-acre retreat and educational center located in Rio Arriba County in north-central New Mexico on landscape immortalized by Georgia O'Keeffe. Well, Karen, this is really a thrill for me. I think most of us who are lovers of Georgia O'Keeffe appreciate what happens here at Ghost Ranch, but we really don't understand how she came up with the ideas for what she painted, nor do we understand what it took for her to get here way back in the early mid-30s.
Well, she came here to Ghost Ranch in 1934, and it was difficult to get here because everything was dirt roads in New Mexico. But she was determined because she'd heard so much about Ghost Ranch and how beautiful it is here, and so she worked her way here by herself one day in her little car. She had a 1929 Model A Ford.
And I know you have some great ways of showing us how she painted what we're seeing today. So let's take a look at some of those pieces.
Okay. This is one of O'Keeffe's first paintings that she did here at Ghost Ranch. It's called Lavender Hill Forms. It was painted in 1934, and this is what it looks like today. And this painting is called Purple Hills Ghost Ranch 2. And it was painted in the same period of time in August of 1934. But you can see that after a good rain, it changes the colors, they get saturated, and she made changes too. This painting is called Cedar Tree with Lavender Hills and was painted in 1937. I think it's interesting to note that O'Keeffe included these hills in the background that she did in her 1934 painting, but added this cedar tree that's still standing here today. I keep thinking the cows are going to knock it over in the winter, but there it is.
Dinosaurs roamed here millions of years before we arrived, and their fossils are regularly being uncovered. When we think of Ghost Ranch, a lot of times we think about photography and we think about paintings. But Ghost Ranch is a lot more than that, and I bet you didn't know that the official state fossil comes from Ghost Ranch. And I'll bet most people didn't even know that we had an official state fossil. So Alex, tell us a little bit about the state fossil.
Well, the state fossil of New Mexico is a little dinosaur that goes up to about 100 pounds. And it's the oldest dinosaur in North America that we have whole skeletons of. It's called Coelophysis.
Tell us a little bit about Coelophysis and what you've learned about it.
Well, Coelophysis is a meat-eating dinosaur, and it apparently lived in packs. There have been hundreds of them found together at Ghost Ranch.
Tell us a little bit about some of the classwork that you do with kids. It was fun watching you this morning working with these kids.
Yeah, we were working with the activities groups here at Ghost Ranch where people that come and take seminars, their kids do different activities during the day. Especially in the springtime, we have school groups here and we do activities both in anthropology and paleontology.
And what about us old folks that come out here? Can we get into paleontology too and search for fossils?
Yeah, we have 2 seminars a year, one in June and one in October, where we go out and collect fossils.
If you're looking for a spiritual retreat, Ghost Ranch is the place to visit.
Casa del Sol is our spirituality retreat center, and it's a high desert spirituality retreat that we offer for people who are seeking private retreats or group retreats, looking to maintain or grow their spiritual development. The reason I'm whispering is we are now at a time of quiet time and reflection time that we offer every afternoon at Casa del Sol. It's from 2 o'clock till 4:30, and people can rest or meditate or go to the prayer labyrinth or read or nap or whatever they need to do to find quiet time in their lives to discern what they need to think about at this time in their lives.
For those of you looking for a little adventure, you can saddle up and ride horses through this magnificent landscape.
Horseback riding at Ghost Ranch is really one of the delights that we offer. It goes back to the legacy of when we started as a dude ranch in the early 1920s. And we offer it year-round. You can come here, just anybody. You don't have to be a lodging guest or a program participant, but people can call in and make a reservation to go horseback riding. And you get to go out on this incredible landscape that we have that is truly one of a kind in New Mexico.
And if you decide that you need a water fix, head out on Abiquiu Reservoir. It's part of the 21,000-acre Ghost Ranch and a great place to learn how to kayak. Well, thanks, Linda, to you and your staff for showing us such a great time here at Ghost Ranch.
You're so welcome.
And we'll be back. And for all of you, it was great watching the kids today, too, and learning how they said paleontologists, which they do a better job of than I do. So make sure that Ghost Ranch is on your travel plans. And when you come out here, plan on staying a couple of nights. Take a couple of classes. Enjoy the beauty and the nights and watch the stars. They're absolutely phenomenal. Make sure that Ghost Ranch is on your travel plans for another adventure in the land of enchantment.